Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Westjet Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and their new livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from airlinemuseum.com, whose store is based out of Sherborne, Massachusetts, which is actually a suburb of Springfield, Massachusetts, here in the United States of America, and their website address is www.airlinemuseum.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share you some information about the history of Westjet Airlines and how they came about, if you would please. Westjet Airlines is a Canadian-based low-cost carrier that was founded on June 27, 1994 by Clive, Beddoe, Mark Hill, Tim Morgan, Donald Bell, and David Neeleman, who also founded the low-cost carrier JetBlue Airways and the Brazilian low-cost carrier Azul Brazilian Airlines, and officially commenced operations nearly 2 years later on February 29, 1996, as a low-cost alternative that was actually based on the low-cost carrier business model that was actually pioneered by Southwest Airlines and Morse Air in the United States of America, while its original routes were all located in Western Canada, which gave the airline its name to what has become known today as Westjet Airlines. Westjet Airlines is currently the second largest Canadian air carrier behind Air Canada, as well as the ninth largest operating airline in North America, based by the number of passengers carried, whereas the headquarters of Westjet Airlines, along with its main hub and base of operations, is located on the grounds adjacent to the Calgary International Airport Complex, which is located approximately 11 miles northeast of downtown Calgary, Alberta, Canada, whereas the secondary hubs of Westjet Airlines is located at Toronto Pearson International Airport, located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and Vancouver International Airport, located in Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. And the focus city hubs of Westjet Airlines are located at Edmonton International Airport, located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Winnipeg James Armstrong Richardson International Airport, located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and Halifax Stanfield International Airport, located in Gosford, Nova Scotia. As of July 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Westjet Airlines currently flies to 108 destinations in 25 countries throughout North and Central America, Europe, and the Caribbean, which includes 36 cities in Canada and 23 in the United States, with an operating fleet of 110 aircraft that includes 6 of the next generation Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 110 aircraft that currently operates in the Westjet fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 46 more aircraft, which includes 4 more of the next generation Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, with an option to purchase another 10 more Boeing 787-9s. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of July 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Westjet Airlines currently operates as a certified 3-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here. And what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal at the top, the Westjet Billboard title, the airline's logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, the 1/200 scale die-cast model aircraft information, as well as the item number information you see displayed at the front of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box. Sorry about that. Now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, along with the rest of the information, the social media page information of Gemini Jets, the Boeing official license product decal, as well as the Westjet decal. You can pause and read that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, alright? Now you're looking at the top of the box where you see the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, as well as the warning information and the item number information that you see at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box where you see the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, as well as the 1/200 scale diecast model information at the bottom of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the left side of the box where you see the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale diecast model, as well as the item number information, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the aircraft type you see on the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on, okay? Now you're looking at the front of the box, but this time I got the box laying down on the table, and the reason is some information on the other side of this flap you see right here. This kind of flap information you come on their 787s and 777, certain other aircraft as well. I'm gonna open it up and let you see the inside of the box is the packaging. Let's check this out first. And what you see there is the packaging. I'm gonna take that out momentarily. You see part of the model right there. But more important, you see the information on the other side of the flap. I'm gonna let you check that out right now. That's the information on the other side of the flap concerning this particular aircraft. You can pause and read that if you like. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep this moving, all right? Okay, now I finally took the packaging out, and this is what you see here. The top part is the clear plastic, and the bottom part is the foam. So I'm gonna take the clear plastic off first. See that right there? And what you see is the actual aircraft model, the model stand, as well as the gear replacement doors in there. I'm gonna take all that out. Take all that out right now. Now you're looking at this nice little metal model stand that I just took out of the packaging box. And then you see the black padding on top of that model stand. The sole purpose of that black padding, folks, is not only to prevent your model, but also prevent it from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Now you're looking at this plastic bag. And what you see in this plastic bag are two little toothpicks featuring the gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, okay? Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Westjet Airlines and how they came about and still operating strongly today, with all the details here on the front of the box as well as the back of the box, including the information of the flap, inside of the flap of the box, plus the packaging, as well as the model stand that actually came with the model and the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model aircraft. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets Westjet Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in their brand new livery scheme and a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share some information about the Westjet Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft and how they came part of their fleet, which is coming a game changer for this particular airline. Canadian-based low-cost carrier Westjet Airlines actually became the 39th operator in the world of aviation, as well as the second Canadian-based operator overall that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as Westjet Airlines took delivery of its very first of 10 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that Westjet had placed orders for back on May 2nd, 2017, and received their very first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number C-GUDH on January 17, 2019 at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 787 Delivery Center facility, which is located in Everett, Washington, as the carrier's first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft was named in honor of one of the founders, as well as the former chairman of the board of directors of Westjet Airlines, Clive, Beddoe, as a tribute. Then the airline's first inaugural validation flight on this iconic jetliner aircraft actually took place 1 month later on February 20th, 2019, when it flew from Toronto Pearson International Airport in Toronto, Ontario, to Calgary International Airport in Calgary, Alberta, as Westjet Flight JA655 for flight certification purposes, giving the maintenance crews, the flight crews, as well as the ground staff personnel time to get familiar with the aircraft before the actual international flight launch. Then fast forward 2 months later, that's when WestJet's first inaugural international flight on this aircraft actually took place, which was on April 28, 2019. And that's when Westjet Airlines officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Calgary to London Gatwick route, eventually replacing the Boeing 767-300ER that was previously utilized on this particular route, as Calgary, Toronto, and Vancouver has more than likely become the gateway bases for this particular aircraft type, with the lion's share of their Boeing 787-9s operates mostly out of their main operating hub at Calgary International Airport, as this particular aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Calgary-based airlines, as WestJet expects all 10 of their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners to be fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2021. Now let's take a look at the updated revised livery scheme you see on this aircraft as well. This is the updated and revised livery scheme of WestJet Airlines, which was unveiled during a marketing campaign event that was actually held at one of the airline's hangar facilities that was located on the grounds of Calgary International Airport in Calgary, Alberta, Canada on May 8, 2018, as the updated livery scheme unveiling was also a part of the Canadian-based airlines leading up to its arrival, as well as its introduction of its Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, in which the very first one was delivered on January 17, 2019. However, the very first actual aircraft that officially begun supporting this livery scheme, as this livery scheme is actually called the Spirit of Canada Revised Livery Scheme, was a next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft, which bears the registration ship number C-FNWD, as this updated livery scheme will eventually replace the airline's previous maple-inspired logo livery scheme, which was unveiled on August 27, 2015. Whereas the title font has also been updated to Bliss, which also gives the WestJet wordmark title font a more of a uniform look, as well as an updated stylish look, while at the same time retaining the maple leaf symbol in a more contemporary and bolder look, which is actually displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft. The Canadian flag decal has also been moved to the front of the fuselage, while the port side of the aircraft reads Spirit of Canada inscripted in English, and on the starboard side of the aircraft reads L'Esperjou Canada inscripted in French, as this updated livery scheme is considered very modern, very dynamic, very classy, distinctly Canadian, and very unique, which is a strong reflection of the airline's transition from a regional airline that was founded in 1994 to the dawning of a new era connecting Canada with the world and bringing the world to Canada at the same time. The creation of WestJet's updated corporate identity, which includes the brand new livery scheme as well as its updated and revised logo, was created and designed by the consultancy firm of Odd Brand Design, whose global headquarters is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, while the global design consultancy firm of Teague, whose global headquarters is located in Seattle, Washington, along with Boeing, the aerospace manufacturer, actually implemented the actual design that's displayed on this particular aircraft. All right, everyone. With all that information out of the way about this aircraft that became a game changer for WestJet Airlines, as well as the nice looking updated livery you see on here, with no further ado, let's get down to the nitty gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side, where you see the actual nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the fleet number 901. See the Peter tubes, the static ports, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those cockpit windows and the windshield wipers later on in the review. Please stay tuned for that part. But more important, in between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door is the proudly Canadian flag decal, which is this display right here. It's a little decal display right there. And this flag decal represents the country where WestJet currently operates from as one of the major flag carrier airlines for the country of Canada, as well as the proud airline to continue to represent the country of Canada. And then you see the Clive Beddoe decal that's not displayed on this actual model, but is actually displayed on the real aircraft, which is like displayed about right in there somewhere. And WestJet decided to dedicate their very first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft by paying an honorable tribute to one of the founders of WestJet Airlines, Clive Beddoe. Okay? And then you see the Westjet Billboard tile display right there across the front part of the fuselage as well. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the fuselage here on the port side of the aircraft. Right above the windows is the Spirit of Canada slogan. And this is the new slogan for Westjet Airlines, in which 13,000 WestJetters, better known as Westjet employees, continue to bring the spirit of Canada to the world in hospitality, comfort, and style. And then right below the engines, you see the nice little view of the landing bogey gears here, including the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. But more important, you see the nice little engine on here. And these are the General Electric Gen X-1B turbofan type engines that are used on this particular Westjet Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. You also see the engine cones right there, as well as the engine lip of the aircraft. Now the sawtooth pattern right there, the sole purpose of this sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency on this aircraft at the same time. You also see the GE logo displayed there as well. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines and the turbofan blades through spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side of the aircraft, where you see the engine strikes, better known as the air deflectors, and the turbofan blades through spin. Let's check this out. Perfect. Then you see the inboard land light in the triangular pattern right there, got 3 little dots in there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now looking at the engines on the starboard/right side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strike, better known as the air deflectors on this side of the engines, and the turbofan blade spin over here as well. Check this out. Perfect. Then you see the inboard landing light right here on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft, which features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the pilot escape hatch door, the actual nose cone, the nose gear doors, the nose gear lights inside of the nose gear doors, the nose gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the actual front nose gears. Okay. Now looking at the curved wingtip device displayed on this side of the aircraft, featuring the red navigation light displayed on right here on the edge of the curved wingtip device. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and where you see the Dreamliner decal right below the windows. This particular aircraft was given the name Dreamliner in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this particular aircraft was originally named. The E was said to have stood for various things such as environmentally friendly or efficiency. However, Boeing later revealed that the E actually stood for 8, and after casting approximately 500,000 votes in more than 160 countries around the world, the Dreamliner was the favorite choice name for this aircraft and was officially given the name the Boeing 787 Dreamliner in January 2005, as this decal can actually be seen on most of the 787s that are currently flying today. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here, and right below the Boeing 787-9 decal is the actual AFT bulk bin door right there. But right above the Boeing 787-9 decal is the actual registration ship number, which is Charlie-Golf Uniform Delta Hotel. Registration ship number Charlie-Golf Uniform Delta Hotel. This aircraft is actually the very first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that actually entered the Westjet fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 6, 2019, and was delivered to Westjet Airlines on January 17, 2019. Alright, and we stay at the back of the aircraft, and below the registration ship number is the Boeing 787-9 decal. As of July 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Westjet Airlines is one of 4 North American-based operators, along with United Airlines, based out of Chicago, Illinois, Air Canada, based out of Montreal, Canada, and American Airlines, based out of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, respectively, as well as one of 46 operators from around the globe that currently operate this particular aircraft, the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner aircraft variant in their fleets as well. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft and looking at the tail fin, and right there, the 901, that is the fleet number. But more important, the airline's logo that's actually displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, which is this right here. This is the actual updated revised logo of Westjet Airlines, which is actually called the Maple Inspired Revised Logo, which resembles that of the Canadian maple leaf, and the Delta symbol actually resembles that of a snowy cap in the majestic Canadian Rockies that towers above the airline's hometown of Calgary, Alberta. Whereas the new corporate colors of Alpine Lake Blue represents the Canadian glacial lakes in the Canadian Rocky Mountain, the midnight blue represents the blue midnight sky, and the teal colors represents the green mountains. Okay? Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, the rear of it, and you see the APU auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here, as well as the strobe light that sits next to the APU exhaust hole, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone, the Westjet Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Awesome. Now you're looking at the starboard slabs right side of the aircraft, where you see the nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the fleet number 901, the pitot tubes, the static ports, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the power escape hatch door, the proudly Canadian flag decal, the Westjet Billboard title, as well as the front cargo containing loading door you see here on the front part of the aircraft. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the starboard side, and above the windows is the Spirit of Canada, which is inscribed in French, and is actually pronounced as L'Esperjou Canada. Alright, that right there, as well as the inboard landing light you see there, and the General Electric Gen X 1B turbofan type engine features the nice looking realistic engine lip right there, the engine cone, as well as the sawtooth pattern, as I mentioned earlier, for noise reduction and fuel efficiency purposes. The GE logo there as well, and including the side visual view of the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the curved wingtip device displayed on this particular aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that's displayed here on the edge of this curved wingtip device. Now you're looking at the rear of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the Dreamliner decal right there, the rear cargo containing loading door, the Boeing 787-9 decal, the registration ship number, as well as the updated revised logo displayed on here on the tail fin of the aircraft, as well as the fleet number. And then there's the strobe light right here by the APU exhaust hole displayed on this side of the aircraft as well. Okay, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. Let's check it out. Okay, it rolls pretty good. It does tilt. And the nose gear swivels as well. See there, there, and there. Alright, so with all that information out of the way, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front here, where you see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the power escape hatch door. Then you slide up here, you see emergency escape hatch door number 1. You see the anti-collision beacon light right there, which is clear instead of red. And then you see the high frequency antenna. You see the satellite communications antenna, emergency escape hatch door number 2. You see the Wi-Fi box antenna in 3D, emergency escape hatch door number 3. Then a couple more high frequency antennas, and then there's the tail. And then you see the horizontal stabilizer featuring a little dot there as well as there as well. Now the sole purpose of these illuminated lights, you see there, that little dot there, is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings. You see the no step warning information on the wings, including the engine right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip device on this side of the aircraft. Now look at the wings on this side. No step warning information on this side here as well. The engines, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. Now looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, we're going to start at the front here. See the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, as well as the open nose gear door, nose gear, and then we slide up here. See the clear anti-collision beacon light right there. The actual hole where the stand goes in at, the Gemini Jets logo. Another high frequency antenna there. No API housing door, that's okay. And then you see the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears and the wings over here. The gears over here, they tilt a little bit, okay. As well as the engines underneath and the tilt codes right there. As well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the curve wingtip device on this side is on this side. Now let's check over here. The gears over here will tilt perfect, as well as the engines over here. Feed the tilt codes on this side, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip device displayed on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little model stand that actually came with the model. So no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model on the stand. Let's check it out. Okay, finally got it on this model stand with no problem, no hesitation. As you see it in the displayed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed on the port side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft with the model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the front side of the aircraft. Now you see this model being viewed on the starboard side with the model on the stand in the takeoff landing position displayed on the model stand. And finally, you see this model being displayed as the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model stand, I got in this position for a reason. The reason is the magnetic gears that actually came with the model. However, the front nose gear right there, it didn't come with no magnetic, so I had to glue that one on there, so I can't take that one off. But it's staying in there pretty good. But they are magnetic. Start with the gears right there, as well as the gears on this side of the aircraft, okay? Alright, now you got one or two options how you want to display your model. If you want to display it like that, that's fine. In the gear down position, that's fine. Remember these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag I showed you earlier? That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model in flight mode position. Or you can do what I suggest, to keep it in gear down position like that. I keep mine in gear down position because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and take this model stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. The Westjet Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 320 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 4, which will be from here to about right here. You have 16 business class flatbed seats, rows 5 to 8, which will be about from here to about right there. You have 28 premium economy class seats in rows 9 to 40, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 276 economy class seats, which brings a total of 320 seats. And finally, and in addition to London Gatwick as the official inaugurated international flight destination utilizing this aircraft, the Westjet Airlines currently utilizes their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners on routes from Calgary to Dublin, Ireland, Kahului, Hawaii, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Rome Fiumicino, Toronto, London Gatwick, and Amsterdam Schiphol, and from Toronto to London Gatwick, Calgary, and Vancouver, and from Vancouver to London Gatwick and Toronto. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. This model is still available at a lot of retailers, so please snatch it up while you can. In the meantime, take care, God bless, stay tuned, there's more model content coming. Peace.